All right, guys, welcome back. Resorting to retirement, staying up on our podcast. It's going to be our weekly one. Last week, we kind of talked about our goals and targets. I just wanted to dive in a little bit deeper on one of the targets, which were merch. It was one of our closer targets, October 1st, trying to have at least one piece of merch, sticker, something like that. I will say that, why are we looking at getting our merch started so soon? Why are we looking at trying to just get one thing? One is just learning in general. Two would be, I think that the more people that we can have with a sticker, with a t-shirt, I think that it's beneficial to us because just people talk about things. I was just talking the other day. One of my favorite YouTubers that I watch now are from one of my friends wearing their T-shirt, Adam LZ. Go follow him. He's an awesome drifter in the scene. Got Formula One off the ground, Formula One drifting like off the ground, basically. But no, it's awesome. I mean, I ask people all the time about brands on their T-shirts. You see people walking around, and people just talk about it. And I think it's beneficial.
It definitely is. Word of mouth is powerful, and just communicating and talking to each other, you find out a lot of information. Also seeing, stickers everywhere, it asks questions, and questions lead to communication, and communication leads to you guys following us. So I think just having an easy way for people to see us, not just on, the internet, but in real life where you live most of your time.
I mean, but also think about how many things that you try in life and you don't ever try it until you know somebody else that did it.
Right.
A book that you might read, a movie that you might watch, a cleaning product that you might use. You usually go ask your friends, what's a company that you've been to? What is a book you've been reading?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go buy it just because one of your friends did it, or you at least go look at it.
Right. Well, and I feel like if somebody else that you have a connection with already is interested in something, when you ask them about it, you're wondering their opinion. And if their opinion is good or if they like that thing, I think that gives you more of an oomph to go buy it or go follow it. Or, I think that having say that we did stickers, right? And say that 10 of our friends put this sticker on their water bottle. I have a water bottle with a ton of stickers, and I can't tell you how many times people ask me, "Oh, what's that sticker? Oh, what's this?" And it gives me an opportunity to talk about what it is and why I have them. It's a different type of marketing for essentially a smaller amount of money. Because, like we've said before, we're not made of it. We're not made of money. We're not super rich. But we do need our friends and our peers and our family to help us bring this along just as much as anybody else. So,
and we don't expect everybody to just talk about it all the time. So it's just easy if you just have it. And because not everybody's going to think about talking about everything all the time.
Right.
But just having a sticker out there, if you're just wearing a hat, whatever we got going, it's just easier to get the word of mouth around.
Yeah, whether it's an app, whether it's a QR code. Speaking of
something, it was my birthday this past week, and my mom had made these coasters for my birthday. It's got a little QR code, got the logo on there, just for something with the brand on it, just to see what it looked like. I thought they were pretty neat. It's cool to just see it on something. It kind of makes it makes it a little more life. Yeah, it brings it to life a little bit. It's pretty real. We are gonna work on that logo a little bit. We still haven't. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But another thing is where are we going to sell the product? How are we going to sell it? We've been looking into different things about it. Main thing that I've been looking at and seeing is Shopify.
It's like number one across all the boards.
That's what I'm seeing as number one. I saw Oracle NetSuite, BigCommerce, Web.com. They got good ratings as well, but Shopify seems to be the most streamlined, easy to use with other things like Printify, Printful, things like that. They have like a pop link that's just for social media to sell on. And I think that they just, the $5 package that they're doing for that looks beneficial for us just getting started, because I don't expect to have a ton of traffic in the beginning. I mean, that'd be awesome, but
Right.
I don't expect to have a ton of traffic starting off, and just doing like 4 or 5 items in the beginning. We don't need a huge storefront. We just need something to be able to print and ship the products that we have.
Something simple in the beginning, where this is also such a learning aspect as well, because I didn't even know just us researching this, Shopify does have an option to create your products with it as well, but it's not as vast as like Printful or Printify. They have more options as well.
I don't think Shopify makes them. Shopify kind of they offer a lot of links.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See? But
we're still learning.
But then Printful and Printify, you make them, and then they pretty much have a direct route with
Shopify.
Yeah.
And other, e-commerce websites, but you'd be selling your product that you make on Printify
right
through Shopify kind of thing. And Shopify offers partners. So they have a lot of partners that you can easily link together with Shopify, as well as the other ones. Like I said, I'm just seeing like the easiest streamline for Shopify. If you guys are using anything though, if you guys have any recommendations as far as online storefronts, e-commerce, that are easy to use, drop them in the comments for us. I'm totally open to suggestions. I'm going to do a little bit more research just because I'm not ready quite yet. We still have some time before that October 1st deadline. But that's the one that is catching my eye the most at the moment.
I would say that right now we're really trying to do a lot of research on things before we step into them. Because Shopify, when you buy,
so it looks like, so they have a monthly and a yearly.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the monthly, it costs a little bit more. Then you kind of get a discount for paying it for the year.
Okay, gotcha. So essentially, if we were to buy into this Shopify and start our storefront there, if we would be saving money for that year, but that also means that, we couldn't, well, I'm not sure if we could just bow out if we wanted to, but if we're paying for the full year, we would want to stay for the full year. So we're not trying to lose money on it, regardless of how much it is.
Yeah, we don't want to lose money, but also it would just be inconvenient in this learning curve to have to make a storefront. Well, to open a storefront and then convert it over, because
right.
Yeah, once I make one,
well, you'll know how to make more.
Right. I would like to stick with it for at least a minute.
Yeah. And things do change. I feel like, things are going to happen. Maybe it doesn't work for us. But I think that right now having a lot of research and knowing what we want going into it is really important. And I think that we're getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, no, 100%. It has been a lot of research. I mean, between work and just trying to stay up at night right now.
This is exhausting, guys. I'm so tired, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's
gonna be.
I almost fell asleep looking at Printful last night. I was sitting there on my computer and I was just like trying to read, and I felt my eyes just getting heavier and heavier. And I had looked at Ty and I said, I don't know what I gotta do, but do I do coffee right now? Mind you, it's like 8 p.m., okay? No coffee. I did not do coffee. I didn't need coffee. And I was just like, I am exhausted. I don't know. It is a full-time job.
It is.
Just
It
the
is a
research
full-time
aspect.
job.
My brain hasn't hurt this bad since college or high school or whenever.
On
I was
top
learning
of-
a lot.
On top of all the other things
Yeah.
that we're learning. I mean, yeah, it's a lot. It's information overload right now for sure. Lots of notes, lots of writing, lots of
Yeah.
typing.
I do it old school. He types on his fancy MacBook, and I do it old school, and I write on pieces of paper.
It honestly depends on what I'm doing. If I'm watching a video, if
You're
I'm
right.
watching, if I'm watching if I'm watching Grant's videos and I want to really take notes, you take it in more if you write it.
Huh, yeah.
But when I'm organizing notes that I already have written down, I like to type it up.
Interesting. I don't know what I prefer.
It's faster to reorganize it typing.
Yeah.
You could take more notes typing if you're like listening to something, but your mind doesn't register it the same as if you write it down.
Right.
You're going to remember things better if you write them down first. Then
Maybe
I go
that's
back.
why I like to write it. I don't know. I just like to write, honestly. But anyways. All right.
Also, what we were saying about the logo, this was one. So getting into the logo a little bit, just talking about what it is. Some people have been asking, like, what is the logo essentially? So the logo it's two R's. One's backwards, one's the correct position, and then the two behind it. So it's the resorting to retirement. I'll flash up the partway through the podcast. I'll flash up like how it's written out, resorting to retirement, when I get that one done.
And as we talk about this, we'll kind of show a little bit bigger of a picture of what it actually is. But there's a lot of meaning behind every aspect of this logo.
Yeah, so the one R that is facing with the green flag, it is a golf stick with a golf ball in that flag, and it's a rope coming off of it. Obviously, I'm into golf. The rope was kind of just for the boating aspect.
Along with the two, because we do fishing and stuff on the boat.
Yeah, along with the two for some of the fishing that we like to do.
The two is a hook and
a string.
Yeah.
Coming
and a
off the
line.
big hook. And then you got the paddle for the other flag for the paddle boarding. And
water activities.
Yeah, just nautical.
that.
Yeah, just kind of like a nautical thing with the rope. And then the other flag, that cross, are pistons that go in a car. Normally you see like a skull with crossbones, but the piston for the car idea was
It was just fun.
just
Yeah.
something fun that I wanted to incorporate. And then honestly, just the sun, obvious plants. When you think of retirement, people think of Florida. People think of being on the beach in the sun, kind of encircling the whole idea of the resorting to retirement. So just talking about some of that, I drew the logo actually on my iPad.
It's a really cool drawing.
Yeah, I drew it in Canva myself. What we're doing, we're actually talking to a graphic designer.
Yep.
Next
graphic
week?
designer next week.
Next
We have
week.
it scheduled out.
Yeah, we have it scheduled out next week sometime. I think it's going to be on Tuesday next week. We're going to be talking to them about kind of bringing it to life, just because, like I said, I drew it on the iPad. It's super flat. I would like to make it a little more animated, a little 3D, kind of bring it to life a little bit.
More professional, just revamping it, just trying before it coincides with the merch aspect, because we want you to buy and wear our things, or anyone. I want to be able to put on a hoodie and be like, yeah, look at this cool hoodie that I have. And the drawing that he has is awesome. The only thing is that is it awesome to us because it means so much to us, or is it like, is it going to mean the same thing to you guys? Is it going to mean the same thing to everybody else? Are they going to want to wear that logo? So that's kind of where we're at with talking to this graphic designer, because we want you to want to wear it.
So it could change a little bit. I'm open to it changing a little bit. I just want the idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really meaningful, like we just said. The whole thing is. So creating that 3D look, just revamping it a little bit, just making it look pristine.
Right.
Yeah.
And for different things that we end up doing down the road, it could just slightly change.
Oh yeah.
You know, like if you get your own plant brand, it could be like a little sunflower.
Oh, is that right?
Little leaves around there or something. So you could change.
Maybe we'll put
Little
a little
vines for the R's coming down.
Oh, that's cute. Guys, I might change that. I don't know if he is going to be aware of it, but it might happen.
And see you down the road. You can think of something. Just different ideas. That's why I said it might change a little bit depending on what the brand is for that specific thing. Overall, I kind of want it to stay similar to how it is. But like I said, I'm open to it. We're going to talk about it next week. I don't know if we'll talk about it next week. We're talking to the graphic designer next week. So probably 2 podcasts from now.
Yeah.
We'll revisit, the final design.
Once we have everything kind of figured out, we're also going to go over, price points on what that is actually going to look like to have a graphic designer go through and revamp it. What they have to say about the current one that we have. I think that information is really key here. So when we come back and talk about the logo more in depth, we're also going to bring that information and just kind of what the median is going to be for normal people with graphic design. I mean,
because you can just go on AI and get a free one right now.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
But
the graphic designer that we're using though is a family member of mine, so that I don't know. I want to give her money. I want to support
small businesses.
Support small businesses. She has her own business. So.
All right, and as we're wrapping up this video, the last thing we did talk about getting like our link tree going. I think we talked about it in the last one. We talked about getting the link tree set up.
We did it.
Check that off the list.
Yeah, check it off.
We did get that on our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
Yeah.
We got the link tree. So click on the link, check it out on there. Down the road.
We also have them hooked up.
Yeah, they are all hooked up to the pages.
Yeah, straight to the pages, I'm pretty sure. I think the only one that doesn't have the YouTube was TikTok, or did we fix that?
I think we fixed it.
Okay, cool. They're all linked up. Yeah.
I think we fixed that. But down the road, I did see Beacons AI that could switch to that, but it costs money.
I think it looks like MySpace, but a new age MySpace, where you're linked to all of your other
Yeah, the only
spaces.
thing it's missing is your top 5 music plan.
Right. But it is really cool.
It's cool. Down the road, like I said, it costs money. Linktree was free, so that's what I'm starting with for now.
For a 90s baby,
Beacons.
It's
Beacons AI.
It hits my heart in the right spot.
That's the one I wanted to go with, but money.
Right. We're getting there slowly but surely. I feel like the link tree to the Beacon AI, that is not one of those things like, Printify to Shopify or e-commerce, or that is a whole thing that's a big hassle. I feel like, switching just the links is going to be a lot easier.
It would be a lot easier. It's just something cooler. It's honestly just design features. And
once we're at a point that we can afford it through what we're doing, then we'll see about doing it.
Yeah,
but
we'll reconsider it.
Right now,
it's down the road. Linktree works.
Linktree's free too, so use it while you got it.
There are platforms you could pay for on Linktree. I'm sure they got some cool features on there too. But for the free one right now, it's gonna work for us.
It works great.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add?
I just want to say thank you guys for following up with us and keeping in touch, and for all of the support that you guys have been giving. Every time that I see somebody new, they're like, "Hey, I watched your video," and that's really uplifting and it's really cool. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate all the support. If you guys have anything else to add, any suggestions, we're always open to it. Let us know in the comments below. Definitely like and subscribe. Tell your friends about our video.
Yeah.
About the podcast we're getting started. It's only going to get better from here, guys. Thank you again so much.
We'll see you next week.